Alright guys, El Miguel with the bus, just letting you see the thermostat. It's down, it's about 7 o'clock in the evening, 7 something 15 or so. I got up to about 91 today. A little while ago I checked it, a couple hours, probably about 4 o'clock. It was about 91 outside. So I wanted to show you. I just opened the hood of this before I started this. I'm going to give you this shot of that right there. About 127. Just a minute ago it was about 131. So that's how hot. This hood's been closed for 5.5 hours running. And that's about 190 coming out. And about 88 going in, so you can tell it's cooling the way it's supposed to. Let's close this back up. Alright, so that's the generator. That's 5.5 hours runtime so far. And it's been in the 80s all day long, and if not 90. Let me flip some lights on here. Well, got the master switch off. Let's turn on the master switch first. Alright, we got a light. Okay, so to give you an idea, we saw the thermometer outside. Here's the air conditioner. And I think it's setting at about 6.5. This little see that spot right there on there, that's the temperature setting. It's 6.5, which is about 1/2 of a point, or whatever you want to call it, above max. 7 would be max, which will put it in the 60s in here. At night for sure it's freezing. And what we normally put the air conditioner on is 6. When we're in the coach and we're sleeping at a campground, in the back we put it on 6, and that's covered up with my wife and I sleeping together. That's about as cold as we want it, and we like it cold. So if you can imagine what this is doing right now, I'll give you a shot of what this is. So a good representation is something that's around it. So right now it's about 69 to 70 degrees, 71 degrees on the bottom of the bed. We'll shoot another spot just to see what that is. It's about 72 there. And the ceiling of the bus, let's see what that is. The ceiling is about 74, let's call it 73, 8, 7, something like that. Alright, and what I did was I let the fan run for 4 hours. And then the rest of the runtime is going to be with just the air conditioner on and no fan. Reason being is we generally only use the air conditioner at night. During the daytime, if we were running the fan, we would just use the solar panels and run the fan and just to move some air around in the coach. And if it's that hot, we're going to be outside moving around anyway. So now, if the solar panels are in full sun, we could run the air conditioner all day long and not have to do anything. The problem with that is that at some point you would start to have you'd start to use up battery power that you wasn't going to put back, and the next day if you didn't get any sun, or if you're sitting in the shade somewhere like we're trying to set in the shade, and this is one of the things that's been brought up on the board before, to have a set of panels that are deployable out to the sunny section. I don't know, from the campgrounds I've been in so far, I don't know if that would work. But here's the bottom line. If the generator is running underneath the hood, which it is right now, and I've got it running right now, we're sitting inside the bus. It's so quiet that it has absolutely no bother to us. The air conditioner is running. It's 70 degrees inside the coach. Now if we had the windows closed off with the curtains up around on our windows, it would be a significant, it'd be 70 up here too. It's probably 3 or 4 degrees warmer up here, if not maybe a little bit more than that. So it's in the, say it's 78 up here in the front. I don't know what it is. It's hard to tell because you got sunlight on things and it's hard to make a determination of what it is. Let's see what that is. Yeah, it's 78. The wood stove is 78 degrees and it's black, soaking up the sun. So that gives you a good representation of what the difference is. 72 in the back, 78 up front. That's a 5,000 BTU unit, and I'm stressing this because I've seen other people putting these big 12,000 BTU mini splits in and everything else. Well insulated foam. It's got 2 inch, let's see. It's got 3 inches of foam in the roof of it and 2.5 in the walls. And it's a small space. And everything we could do to seal it, we did it. You know, so the air not getting in around the doors and windows and things like that. When you guys are putting, or when these guys are that are talking about putting these 12,000 BTU units in, I'll tell you, that's way overkill. And if you're running something off a generator or a solar panel, you're just wasting your money on gas and stuff. You know, bigger generators, more gas. You spend it on insulation and sealing it up. That's where it's real. That's where the money's at to spend on. But that's a good representation. This is 5.5 hours in. Generator's been running all day. 90 degrees outside. It's 70 degrees inside the bus. 78 in the front. 72 in the back. 78 in the front. And we're in full sun. No shade, no nothing. Right outside of my house. And that's an update, and we'll see how long this thing will go. I don't think it's going to make 10 hours though. I think it's going to probably be about 7 or 8 hours running at what it's running at. Maybe if I would have started with the generator only, I mean with the air conditioner only, and had the fan off, because that fan draws about 100 watts running or more, 150 watts. So maybe I would have stretched it out longer, but basically if it runs anywhere near close to 8 hours on a gallon of fuel, that's all we need to do the scenario that I had figured out in my head from the get-go. So, alright, see you in a little bit. El Miguel out.